Thank you very much. Today, it is my honor to welcome President Sergio Mattarella of Italy to the White House. We've known each other for a while. We've dealt with each other for a while. And we've had some really great conversations. We've had a very productive discussion throughout the day with our staffs and representatives, and I look forward to hosting the President and his daughter Laura at a reception for the Italian Americans this evening. I look forward to that very much. The United States and Italy are bound together by a shared cultural and political heritage dating back thousands of years to ancient Rome. Over the centuries, the Italian people have blessed our civilization with magnificent works of art, science, philosophy, architecture, and music. On Monday, we pay tribute to the Italian explorer who led a voyage of discovery to the New World, a gentleman known as Christopher Columbus, and to me it will always be called Columbus Day. Some people don't like that. I do. Today, the United States and Italy draw strength from our cherished heritage as we work together to safeguard our people and promote prosperity. As NATO allies, our countries cooperate closely on a wide range of critical defense issues, including the protection of our nations against radical Islamic terrorism. The problem is that Italy is only paying 1.1% instead of the mandated 2%, which by and of itself is a low number. It should be probably 4%, anywhere from 4 to 5%. Only 8 of the 28 NATO countries are paying the 2%, meaning 20 of the countries are delinquent in the payment to NATO, and they have been for many years.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who ruled well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth of sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life to do so for Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. Our brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought up the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 15, is from the speech that Donald Trump gave in Italy, where he clearly said that America and Italy, their culture and their political structure go back to the ancient Roman Empire. And this proves that the image of the beast is the ancient Roman Empire, the revised Roman Empire, okay? That you so-called white people, you Edomites, you worship and follow. Your laws, your culture, your politics, all go back to the ancient Roman Empire. Okay? And it's beautiful that Donald Trump said this, all right? Because, hey, man, all right, it just proves that we here at Great Millstone, starting with the apostles, all right, are teaching the truth of what the Bible says, okay? That if you want to get understanding, if you want to get, okay, the true, okay, wisdom and knowledge of these scriptures, you got to follow Great Millstone. Start with the apostles, all right? Because they've been saying this way before me, okay? I learned under the apostles. In fact, the scripture says, real quickly, Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 15, and I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. Okay, and those pastors today are the apostles of Great Millstone, okay, as well as the captains and the elders, all right, who've been teaching his word diligently, okay, 10 plus years, 20 plus years, 25 plus years, 30 plus years, okay? So when you read Revelation 13 and 15, when it talks about the image of the beast, it's talking about the ancient Roman Empire, the revised Roman Empire. Okay? And by Donald Trump saying this just proves that what we're teaching is true. Hey, scripture even says, Psalms. Check this out, man. Psalm 64. Because by Donald Trump saying that, hey, he made his own tongue fall upon himself. Is it 64 or is it 64 and 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Right. And that's why now people are in a hysteria on social medias, because you have certain Edomites that want to try to run away from their heritage. All right. Want to run away from what they worship. All right. But all your political structure, your laws, your draconian laws, all based off the ancient Roman Empire. All right. So, you thinking you can run away from it by not liking what Donald Trump says, it doesn't prove the fact that you worship the ancient Roman Empire all over again. Now let's get into this article. This is from Sputnik News. Donald Trump gets an earful after saying U.S.-Italy ties go back to ancient Rome. Okay? So, you're having this so-called controversy, but what he said is the truth, man. Whether because he was reading off of a piece of paper, so either, of course, he has writers that write his scripts, okay, because everything is scripted, right? When these presidents have to read off a teleprompter or read off of a piece of paper, okay, so who knows if he knew what he was talking about. Me personally, just understanding, all right, the elites of these Edomites, anybody who's a president or anybody who's in the Senate, they are tied to the secret societies, and this is something that they teach in the secret societies, all right, about their customs and cultures and their political, all right, structure. They know it goes back to the ancient Roman Empire. The Freemasons know this, okay? And Donald Trump is a Freemason. That's just me speaking as a man, okay? Now, continuing on. President Trump is well known for his bizarre history lesson, which often contradict what is being taught in schools and what official accounts say, right? Because in the public school system, especially where you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Americans go to, all right, they don't teach this stuff, all right? They don't teach you about the laws and the culture that goes back. All these things that you see in America goes back to the ancient Roman Empire, all right? The image of the beast. And his recent statement on historical ties between the United States and ancient Rome has drawn lines on social media. U.S. President Donald Trump has raised eyebrows as he claimed that the things that bind the United States and Italy date back to thousands of years, to ancient Rome. It's the truth. That is the truth. Hey, their own tongue shall fall upon themselves. All right? So when you read scriptures, the image of the beast is talking about the revised Roman Empire. Okay? That's why these so-called Christians, they don't know the Bible. All right? All these so-called Christians in these various denominations, they don't know the Bible, okay? Because ask them, what is the image of the beast, okay? All of a sudden, you're going to see their eyes roll back, okay, into their skull, all right? They're going to start saying, you know what, that's a good question. Let me look into it. They're not going to give you a direct answer, okay? Which proves, once again, Christianity is not the way. It goes on and says, the United States and Italy, this is his quote, the United States and Italy are bound together by a shared cultural and political heritage dating back thousands of years to ancient Rome, Trump said during a press conference with Italy President Sergio Mattarella on Wednesday, right? Because he was in Italy in a press conference, okay? He also was talking that shit, saying, hey, Italy, you need to bump up your defense money for NATO, okay? But you know what? Italy's in a recession right now, okay? And that goes for the rest of Europe. Europe is in economic turmoil right now, okay? That's why you got all these protests happening all throughout Europe, okay? France, Yellow Vests, Spain, Catalina, okay? You got Brexit. And other places, which I can't think off the top of the head, okay? So, Trump saying this, he's just pissing off the European, his European allies, the European Union, which gave their power onto the beast, which is NATO. Okay? We'll get to that scripture. Let's continue on, because there's certain things in here that I thought was interesting. So you had those that didn't agree with Donald Trump's statement in here, and you can read his article, which I'll post in the description box. But then you had those that agreed with Donald Trump said. And I'm going to get to it. However, many leapt to Trump's defense, saying he did not mean that the U.S. is literally 1,000 years old, but referring to the great influence. See, there you go. The influence, okay, worshiping the image of the beast, but referring to the great influence that the ancient Roman culture and legal tradition had on Western nations, including the United States. Amen. That's Sputnik News right now. That proves that Yahweh Shai, the Lord put the spirit on these devils to write that statement right there. Because this proves that the Bible is real. And we're going to go into Revelation 13. I'll start at the 11th chapter. But I want to get out to another point. So let's go to some of these comments that these people said on Twitter. It says, people are wrongly describing the statement to mock it. Trump said the two countries had a shared political culture heritage that dates to ancient Rome. Not that there were actual ties between the two actual countries as far back as ancient Rome, right? Because Italy follows the ways of ancient Rome too, all right? Ancient Rome bequeathed a great deal of culture, legal, and historical traditions to the Western world. Our shared culture and political heritage. He's not talking about a literal diplomatic relationship. This is from Lizard Lord. Look what he said here. But of shared ideas. The Constitution is influenced by ancient Rome. And that's the relationship Trump is referencing. Man, this is beautiful. So now let's get into why him saying that, man. Hey, this is exciting, man. Hey, this proves that you so-called white people, you Edomites, okay, you were the Romans, okay, all right, and you are the biblical Edomites, okay, because when you became the Romans, you were trying to hide your identity as being Edomites. All right? But you followed all the things, all the customs, everything, man, okay, after your forefathers, man. Okay? So the proof is in the pudding. So let's get back to Revelation 13. Because it's exciting, man. It proves that the Bible is real, and what the Apostle Great Millstone have been teaching is the truth. All right? So all you pseudo-Hebrew Israelites, all right, all you fallouts, all you offsprings, all right, that were saying double honors, man, the Lord's going to deal with you, man, all right? Because, hey, you ungrateful bastards, that's what you are, a bunch of ungrateful bastards. That's for another topic. Revelation 13, and I'm going to go to 11. And I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb. Right, and this is talking about the America, all right, who's the whore that rides the beast, which is NATO. You can read that in Revelation 17, starting at the first verse all the way down. I'll get it if the Lord puts spirit on me. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb. Right, and those two horns like a lamb is the political system that these Twitter individuals that were Edomites were saying in defense of Donald Trump. And what's the political systems? The Democrats and Republicans, which all they did was take that ideology, that culture, that influence from, okay, Rome, which in the Roman times, Roman citizens were divided up into two distinct classes, the plebeians and the patricians. Okay, the patricians were the wealthy upper class people. They would be considered your modern day Republicans. Okay, everyone else was considered plebeian, right? Your modern day Democrats. The patricians were the ruling class of the early Roman Empire, which just proves that these different political parties, they're all are all part of the same bird. All right, that's what you get. And he spake as a dragon, right? Because why is he speaking as a dragon? Because he's pushing out these draconian laws that go back to ancient Rome. Okay, America does that. All these laws that America passes go all the way back to ancient Rome. There's nothing new under the sun. Okay? 12. And he exercises all the power of the first beast. The first beast is talking about the Roman Empire. Okay? before him, and caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. Right, because Rome fell. Okay, you can get into that history. Rome got split up. Okay, and there was various nations that started rising after the Roman Empire. But okay, those 10 horns, okay, that are mentioned in the book of Daniel. You know what? Let me get that real quickly. Okay, because the 10 horns consist of the Roman Empire. Yeah, they broke up, but they were still dwelling for a period of time in captivity, because you had the Jake ruling for 1,000 years and had these Edomites in subjection. All right, but them Edomites were like, hey, one day we're going to build our Roman Empire again, which you got Christopher Columbus, which Donald Trump pushed out. Notice he pushed that out right after, okay, he said about the ancient Rome, okay, how America and Italy had culture and political ties to ancient Rome. Then he pushes out Christopher Columbus. And by the way, Christopher Columbus was not an Italian. He didn't speak no damn Italian. He was speaking Spanish and wrote in Spanish in his writings. You can look that up from various news source. Ronald Sanders called The Lost Tribes. All right, so Donald Trump, you failed on that history test, you idiot. Anyway, so let me go to Daniel. It talks about the 10 horns real quickly. Book of Daniel, chapter 7. I know I'm jumping a little around the place, but I'm just trying to get to a point. Daniel chapter 7. And I'll start at 7. And after this, I saw the night vision and beheld the fourth beast. Right, the fourth beast is talking about ancient Roman Empire, which America and Italy, okay, worship, as well as the rest of the European Union, okay, and Canada and Turkey. And behold, which are outside the European Union, okay, which makes up NATO. And behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible and strong exceedingly, and had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces and stamped the residue with the feet of it. Right, because once the Roman Empire came in, they dropped the rest of these other kingdoms and rest of these other nations. All right, they actually took down the Greek Empire. Okay, which it was just really Esau versus Esau. Okay, Satan's house divided, because you Edomites, you say you were the Greeks too. All right, you so-called white people, you say you were everybody except for who you are, the Edomites. That's for another topic. But the point is, hey, you said you're the Greeks, you said you were the Romans, and you were fighting amongst each other. It devoured and brake in pieces and stamped the residue with the feet of it, and it was diverse from all the beasts there were before it, and it had 10 horns. Right, the 10 horns. Okay, so now let's go. I have an image about the 10 horns. Okay, now the 10 horns during the time of the time when the Roman Empire was falling. Okay, you had certain these nations rising up. You had the Franks, the Burgundians, the Ostrogoths. Okay, you had Vandals. You had Angles and Saxons. Okay, the Saxons, Angles and Saxons. Excuse me. Okay, so you had these various little 10 horns, man. These 10 horns that are mentioned in Daniel, and this is what Daniel saw. He saw that when Rome was falling, that these 10 horns were going to rise in its place. Okay, which they are part of the Roman Empire, which are the European Union. Okay, which consists of the European Union today. Okay, and it goes on and says, so that's the 10 horns. And if you go to Revelation 13:1, it speaks about the 10 horns. And if you go to Revelation 17:12, it speaks about the 10 horns. All right, which is the European Union of today. 8. And I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them, right, because America came out of the European Union, all right? England, which, I'll get that scripture in Revelation 17. I might as well get Revelation 17 because it gives you a great understanding. I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked. Right, because America, when it got established, it took down the 3 horns. What are the 3 horns? That's Spain, France, and the British. Okay, because if you go into American history, all right, who colonized this area? All right, it was the English, it was the French, and it was the Spaniards. They came here to the American shores and they colonized Florida, where I lived at. Florida was once controlled by Spain until you Americans, you Edomites, fought against your own people, because the Spaniards are still the Edomites, and you took them out and said, get out of Florida, we're going to take over Florida, all right? While our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans, were like catching hell on all sides, all right? Because we're the Israelites, and that was going to be part of our judgment, okay? That we were going to be catching hell, while you Edomites were fighting amongst each other, okay? This proves Satan's house divided. So yeah, so where it says, behold, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. And behold, in this horn, which is talking about that little horn, which is America, horns plucked up by the roots. And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of man, and a mouth speaking great things. Right. And a mouth speaking great things, talking about your president, Donald Trump, saying, okay, hey, the America political and cultural ties go back to ancient Rome. Okay, because when you go into that word, great things, in the Hebrew, I believe it's known as rabbah, which means chief or captain. Okay, and it doesn't. You clowns here in America call him the chief commander. All right, so hey, there you go. So back to Revelation, Lord willing, I was able to clarify that. Revelation chapter 13, verse 12 again. And he excised all the power of the first beast, okay, it's America, okay, which rides the beast, which is known as NATO, okay, but the first beast, okay, is talking about the Roman Empire, before him, and caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, right, with the laws, okay, with the culture, okay, that Donald Trump literally made his own tongue fall upon himself, said, whose deadly wound was healed. 13. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Now, who was the first nation, the first, okay, country to make fire come down from heaven? America. Okay? World War II. Okay? Hiroshima and Nagasaki. All right, you forgot about that war? All right? So that's what he did, all right? And all the nations said, oh, man, these Americans are powerful, all right? And then they started following the ways of America, all right? Because that's how America was able to push out the influence and the culture of the Roman Empire by going to war with these nations and saying, hey, you follow our ways or we'll blow you the fuck up. Did you see what we did to Hiroshima and Nagasaki? That's what we'll do to your country, all right? So you go and worship this beast. The image of the beast. The image of the beast. Excuse me. Okay? 14. And he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which had power to do the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by the sword and did live. Right. And not just military might, okay, culture, okay, politics once again, all right. What does America push out? All right, democracy, idolatry, religion, okay, adultery, covetousness. All right, America pushes out this wicked ass financial system, which is literally an illusion. Hollywood and entertainment, all right, patriotism, all that stuff. And these nations follow after it. All right, they follow the ways of America. Okay, that's the reason why you're having now all these protests in the EU, because they're getting their ideology for what America did. Okay. Also, America's technology. And 15. And he had power to give life unto the beast, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Right. And that's what America's been doing. And eventually it's going to come to a point in time where the mark of the beast is going to be pushed out. All right. The RFID chip. Okay. Which is, if you don't take it, you're going to be put to death, man. All right. Because America is pushing out that image of the beast, man. So let's go to now. Okay, I read you Daniel 7 and 8. You know, let's get into another one, the Treaty of Rome, which was concocted by certain European countries. The Treaty of Rome, the Treaty of the Functioning of the European Union, is one of the two treaties forming the constitutional basis of the European Union and the being of the Treaty on European Union. The Treaty of Rome brought about the creation of the European Economic Community, EEC, right, which is the 10 horns. And we always push out the image of the beast with the 7 heads and 10 horns is NATO, but we push out with the 10 horns is the 10 horns represent the common market of the European Economic Community, the EEC, established in 1958, okay? And this is what we were taught by our apostles, and which proves, man, that what the apostles are pushing out is the truth, man. All right, and if you got to go into this history, you can't refute this, man. All right, the Treaty of Rome. All right, this is a major prophecy that was fulfilled. It was signed on March 25th, 1957 by Belgium, France, Italy, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, and West Germany. And they go back to the original 10 horns during the time when the Roman Empire fell, okay? So let's go to the book of Daniel, chapter 2. Because I want to make a point. So now you have the Treaty of Rome. You have now the European Union, okay, which is the 10 horns or the 10 toes, which gave their power unto the beast. But now you see them infighting, man, mainly in a protest because of the financial struggles. And this was going to be talked about in Daniel 10. I'm going to start at 2, verse 31. Now, Daniel was explaining this end-time prophecy to King Nebuchadnezzar. And he said this, Daniel 2 and 31. Thou, O king, sawest, and behold, a great image. This great image was brightness, was excellent, stood before thee, and the form thereof was terrible. 32. The image head was the fine gold. All right, the fine gold talk about the Assyrian Babylonian Empire. His breast and his arms of silver. This is talking about the Medo-Persian Empire. And his belly and his thighs of brass, talking about the Greeks. Okay, this is actual history. Okay, this is history written in the Bible. That's why you so-called pastors and you so-called Christians, you know, you're a bunch of deceitful scumbags, and the Lord's going to destroy you, man. All right? And that's why we tell our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans, you're the children of Israel, all right? This Bible is written by Israelites for Israelites, okay? And you got to come, okay, knowing that you're an Israelite and understanding the times and periods. You got to get into this history, man. 33. His legs of iron, his feet part of iron and part of clay. Right, and that's talking about Rome, all right? And his feet part of iron, part of clay, the EU, okay? As well as America, all right? But mainly this is talking about the EU, all right, which is talking about that beast, okay? Because right now, the reason why I say America, all right, is because the beast is NATO, and America is part of NATO, all right. But the 10 horns and the 10 toes, that's talking about EU, all right. But right now they're together, but eventually they're going to split, and the EU, which is gave the power to the beast, which is NATO, is going to turn against America real soon. We're going to get to that. 34. Thou sawest till that stone was cut out without hands, which smote the image upon his feet, that were of iron and clay and break them to pieces, right? And this is talking about the Lord, all right, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, all right, which proves, the reason why it brings out, which proves that we're living in the last days, because when it says, thou sawest till the stone was cut out without hands, which smote the image upon his feet, which is talking about, what's that feet? That's talking about Rome, okay? That were of iron and clay and break them in pieces, right? Because all the European Union, America, all right, they follow after the ways of Rome. And the Lord said, when you see this happening, okay, that's when I'm going to return. I'm going to break this empire down. And that's how we know we're living in the last days, because now we're seeing it, okay? Now we're seeing the end times manifest, okay? That's why, what's that, in Matthew 13, the prophet said that they wish they were around for these times. Matthew, was it 13? Yeah, here it is. Matthew 13 and 16. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. Right, and the prophets, okay, the elect see this. They read in the scriptures, they're seeing the current events, they see what Donald Trump just said, and they're like, yo, this is it, man. Okay, we're living in the end times where the Lord's going to take down, okay, the European Union, the 10 horns. Okay, he's going to take down America, Babylon, okay? He's going to take down NATO, which consists of EU, okay, and America. He's going to take this whole system apart, man. He's going to break it down and burn it with fire. 17, for verily I say unto you that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them. Right, and that's why, man, okay, it's beautiful that we're living in these end times, and the Lord gave us this wisdom and knowledge, man. This is the real treasures, the real gold. You gotta understand something, brothers, man, and all the few sisters that are watching. What we have, man, it's very precious, and the Lord gave it to us so that we can see it, especially knowing prophecy, man. That's a big deal, man. Prophecy, like my brother Loy always says, it's a big deal, man, to know you're an Israelite and to know the prophecies. Real quickly, that reminded me, Deuteronomy 29. I know I'm going all over the place, but it's exciting to get this understanding. All right, and Lord willing, I was able to break it down, edifying. Of course, the apostles, they break it down way better than me. I'm just a babe, but Lord willing, you got this edification. But you definitely got to watch the apostles, Tahar, Apostle Ramlad, Apostle Gabar, how they break this whole book of Daniel down. Okay, really, really, you could tell that they've been doing this for a long time. It just comes natural to them. Deuteronomy, but let me get to this. Deuteronomy 29 and 29. The secret things belong unto the Lord our God. It says God, but our power, Yahweh. But those things which are revealed belong unto us and to our children forever, that we may do all the words that we may do all the words of this law. You see, so the secret things are being revealed to us, the children of Israel, the elect. That's who we're here for. We don't give a damn about 2/3. We don't give a damn about the heathens, whether they believe or not. The point is, man, you gotta believe if you're an Israelite, man, of the elect, and that's what really matters, man. And by understanding this history, understanding what happened, when the fall of the Roman Empire came, and then what happened in the Dark Ages and how they came into power during the time of Christopher Columbus, the Renaissance period. All right, you're getting this understanding. Who is the beast? What is the image of the beast? Who is Esau, Edom? All right. And let's go to another one, Amos, real quickly. I'm gonna get back to Daniel. I'm just jumping around a little bit. Amos 3 and 7. Surely the Lord God will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. And it's beautiful, man, that the Lord can reveal these secret things unto us because we're his people. He loves us, okay? And this is the greatest treasure The greatest riches he can ever give to his people, the knowledge of the scriptures. Okay? You gotta, acknowledge that. You gotta thank, okay, the water to Yahweh Bashim Al Shai for giving you this understanding, and if you're young in this truth, guiding us to find the apostles of Great Millstone, okay, to teach us this. All right. So back to Daniel, because this, to me, I'm excited because I believe in, and I see this. I'm like, this makes mad sense. This makes a lot of sense. So let's go 34 again. Daniel chapter 2, verse 34. Thou sawest till that stone was cut out without hands, which smote the image upon his feet, that were iron and clay, and break them in pieces. Right, the image. Okay, the image of the beast, the revised Roman Empire, because, the European Union, America, all these, okay, all you so-called white people, Edomites, you worship this, the ancient Roman Empire. 35. Then was the iron, the clay, the brass, the silver, and the gold broke into pieces together and became like chaff of the summer threshing floors, and the wind carried them away, that no place was found for them, and the stone and that smote the image became a great mountain, and fill the whole earth. Right, meaning fire. And that proves we're living the last days, because war is going to happen. All right, we just got to wait for a couple of prophecies, like the economy to collapse, Jacob's trouble, the mark of the beast being pushed, and then ultimately nuclear war. And while nuclear war is happening, the Lord's going to come with his fire. So it's going to be fire upon fire, and that proves that your governments, all right, this whole system, all right, the image of the beast is going to be destroyed. Okay, NATO, you're going to be destroyed, and so on. You nations are never going to rule again. Okay, the Israelites are going to rule. The kingdom of heaven will be established. I'm going to jump down now to 40. And the fourth kingdom, talking about Rome again, because in the book of Daniel chapter 2, it's very repetitive, but you got to get that understanding. The fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron. That's talking about ancient Rome. For as much as iron breaketh in pieces, subdueth all things. And as iron that breaketh all these shall it break in pieces and bruise. 41. And whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided, but there shall be in it of the strength of the iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay. Right. Those 10 toes, once again, talking about the 10 horns, all right, the EU. And they worship the ancient Roman Empire, okay, that iron, okay. They follow the customs and the politics. 42. And as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. Right, and plenty of brothers, okay. The apostles have done it. What are the partly strong? That's talking about Germany, the financial. Right, Germany's way stronger in economic might than Spain or Italy. England is a lot stronger than them. Okay, France, those are your top 3. All right, and the weak ones are like Spain, Italy, all right, Denmark, okay, Portugal. All right, what's another one? What's another weak nation that's in Europe? Well, you Europeans, if you're watching, you know who has a strong economic power and who has a weak economic power. All right. But those are the top 3 that are the strong ones. And the weak ones I mentioned, Spain and Italy, are the weak ones, all right? That's why they're laughing at Donald Trump. Like, what the fuck you telling us to boost up our defense to 2%? We're in a recession. So it's like, Anyway, let's just jump off topic. 43. Hey, but that's the reason why NATO is going to go against the whore that rides the beast, which is America, that is that whore. 43. And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay. Right, and that's why you're having all these protests once again, all these uprisings, uproars of the people in Europe, because they don't want to be part of the European Union anymore. All right, and because they're financially catching hell. All right, and that's why they're going to be like, look, we might not agree with each other in terms of monetary policy or economic policy, but when it comes to the military, let's all come together and let's get out of America, because they're the reason why we're catching this hell, man. All right, they're the ones causing our problems. They're spying on us, all right? Their financial system, all right? Every time they go in, they get a hiccup, it affects us. Let's just destroy them, all right? And that's what's going to happen. 44. And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever, right? And when the Lord returns, he's going to break down your empires, your empire, all right? He's going to break down the image of the beast, which you clowns worship, okay? For as much as thou sawest that that stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, and that it brake in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold, the great God hath made known to the king, which shall come to pass hereafter, and the dream is certain, and interpretation thereof sure, right? I mean, it's certain it's going to happen, all right? NATO, okay, which the EU and America are part of, okay, that's going to be destroyed by the Most High, all right? When he sends his son, Yahushua. Okay? But first, certain prophecies have to be fulfilled. All right, we got to see, all right, NATO turn on America. And we're seeing it. That's why what Donald Trump said, he's pissing off these Europeans. Hey, Donald Trump, man, you keep doing what you're doing, man. It's freaking beautiful. It's exciting. It's a very exciting times we're living in, if you understand the scriptures. And only the elect are going to understand it. All right? That's why, Yahushua said, why do you speak his name in parables? And he say, because it was given to you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. For them it was not given. You can read that in Matthew 13. Yeah, same chapter. Let's go to Revelation 17. And there came one of the 7 angels which have the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. Right, and who's that great whore that rides the beast? America. Babylon. All right, so let's jump down. Let's get to the point. I'm going to start at 8. Again, the beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit and go into perdition, and they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they beheld the beast that was and is not and yet is. Right, and this is talking about Rome, all right? Rome fell, then it came, the culture, the political structure of Rome came back into power, all right, during the Renaissance period, okay? And the nations today worshipped after it, the image of the beast. And here's the mind, which hath wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth, right? The 7 mountains represent the 7 governments of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man today, all right? And which the woman said, right, because America, all right, rides, all right, the influence, okay, the ideology of these 7 governments, mainly the ancient Roman Empire. 10. And there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and 1 is, right. The 5 kings represent the 5 governments, all right, the 5 countries that fell. I have it right here. Hey, Dawada to GMS, Rome all over again. He has a beautiful breakdown of this. All right, I recommend you subscribe to that brother, GMS. I believe he's out of DC camp. Rome all over again. It says the 5 are fallen on the Greeks, Germania Major, Germania Minor, Gaul and French, and Slovakia, if I cannot pronounce these words properly. Slovakia, doing my best. Well, my original tongue is Hebrew. 5, Spain, all right, so that's the 5, all right, those fell, okay, those empires fell. And then it said, and one is, and the other, one is talking about Rome, because this is the time, this is when John was on the island of Patmos, okay, in captivity, in prison. The one is Rome, and the other is not yet come, and when he cometh, he must continue a short pace, and that's England, Britain, okay? That's talking about the British Empire. 11, and the beast that was, and you don't have to believe it, only the elect have to believe it, okay? That's what we're gunning for, is the elect. The elect will believe it, all right? You 2/3, you so-called Negros Latino Americans, all right? All right, and that want to buck up against us, all right? Who gives a fuck what you got to say, all right? You're nobodies right now. We'll see you on the other side. 11. And the beast that was and is not, and he is the 8th and is of the 7th, right? And the beast that was and is not, all right, so who's the beast that was and is not and is of the 8th? It's talking about America, okay? And is of the 7th, right? Because you Americans, right, you came out of England, all right? You are the offshoot of England. You are basically, all right, the rebels of England, all right? And goeth into prediction, right, meaning destruction. And so that proves that we're living in the last days because America is now the ruling empire, all right? The whore that rides the beast, all right? Where all the nations get their influence from, all right? And where does America get their influence from? The ancient Roman Empire that Donald Trump said. See how it all connects? 12. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which goes back to the book of Daniel, which have received no kingdom as yet, all right? The 10 horns represent the EU, all right? The Economic European Committee, all right? Let's say this correctly. European Economic Community, EEC, all right, which was created by the Treaty of Rome, okay? And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but received power as kings 1 hour with the beast. Meaning they gave their power to the beast NATO, all right? In NATO, when did this happen? 1949, okay? That's history. 13. These have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. 14. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. Right, because these the NATO is going to go and fight the war against Yahushua, all right? A so-called black man, all right? Which you out of your damn mind because we've done plenty of videos. The chariots, all right, the so-called UFOs, those are the angels. All right, and the Lord's coming in his chariot, which is the big chariot. All right, you think your military is gonna be able to fight them? You out of your damn, you Edomites, man. Hey, but it's good. Just like he hardened Pharaoh's heart, he's gonna harden your heart to fight him. Y'all gonna thirst fight. And that says in the 2nd Esdras chapter 13. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. Right. And that's talking about the elect, all right, that are going to get this understanding, and they're going, all right, to get the understanding of the prophecies when these things come to pass. And Lord willing, they're part of the Lord's army well, the elect is, but Lord willing, Slakia, the elect, certain members of the elect are going to get those spiritual powers to drop America, okay? All right, but hey, Lord willing, I'm part of that elect. I want to get that a blessing to use spiritual powers on you clowns here in America, all right? Because there are going to be certain men here in America that are going to have spiritual powers that are going to break your governments apart, man. All right, you what's that movie called? Recent movie, what's it called? Brightburn. All right, Brightburn, right? Let me just double check. Salakia. All right, watch that movie Brightburn, man. That was a shadow of things to come. Brightburn. Yeah, Brightburn the movie. All right, that child, all right? He's all right. Those spiritual powers that he has, he's going, all right? That's exactly what the elects are going to have, all right? Certain members of the elect. Eventually, we're all going to get it, okay, in the kingdom of heaven. All right, but, certain brothers will be taxed to have certain duties. All right, so we go continue on. I want to jump off topic. 15, and he saith unto me, and the reason why I said that, because also certain members of the elect, they're going to die in this truth as well, all right? So, that, that'll be their being exalted, dying for this word. So, 15, and he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. Right, so that's talking about America. 16, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Right. So there's going to come a point in time where NATO is going to turn against America and burn this place with fire. 17. For the Most High put in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, unto the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. Right. And so this is all done through the spirit of power Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Real quickly, Proverbs 21 and 1. because Proverbs 21:1 clearly shows that you nations are not in control. This movie's everything is done by Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the God of the Bible, the God of Israel. Proverbs 21:1, the king's heart is in the hands of the Lord, and as the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will right. So your mind is in the control of the Lord. So he's moving your hearts to fulfill prophecy. 18, and the woman, back to Revelation 17 and 18, and the woman which thou sawest is the great city, which reigneth over kings of the earth. Right, what's that great city? America, Babylon, okay? Which worships the image of the beast, which is the rise Roman Empire, which Donald Trump said, okay, on national television. Whether you can receive it or not, it's not up to you. It's up to the Lord for you to receive it. And the only ones that are going to receive it is the elect. And with that, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, Ruel, and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life to do so for Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushai's sake. Lord willing, this lesson, was edifying. And with that, keep pushing, keep fighting, brothers. We're almost out of here. Shalom and Abba Babal. Shalom.